I think I fixed it. My other Bluetooth was on. Is that better? Becky? Jordan? Yay, okay. All right, good. All right, so where do I begin? Well, I don't want to begin with the story of my life. What I want to do right now is share what's going on right now at this time of night. I've already fed the giant polar bear dogs and fed all the birds and all of that good stuff, and now is one of those moments in my life where every day I am the full-time good shepherd here. And so I don't know, there's something coming across my phone right now saying something about my storage is almost up. So if this gets disconnected, I don't know really what to do. I don't really do a whole lot of live videos. And yet for some reason, I was just watching one of my good friends, Bumblebee, doing her fishing live video. And I was like, oh, Natalie, it's been a while since you did a live video. Let's go ahead and share what's going on live. I'm behind Barnway right now on our small hobby farm. And I'm always, I'm Natalie. I don't need to explain anymore for those who follow me. This is Andy. I'm going to go ahead and let him make love to me really quick because this is what he does. He's a year and a half old and he sleeps with me at night. He travels with me everywhere I go. He comes, he's my man. And he doesn't really have any girls except for Chrissy and Janet, who I've paired him with, and they sleep with me also. And yet Janet and Chrissy are more so just like his girlfriends. I'm his woman. This is Starla, our little 1-year-old Chihuahua, and she steals the show always, and she likes the attention, and whenever I do any video, she is always like, boom, no, it's all about me. All right, so that was a quickie with Andy. Here is Andy's two little ladies, Janet and Chrissy, who are Silky Frizzles. Janet and Chrissy, I paired with Andy a year ago, because they were getting over-roostered, and they're fancy birds. These are my special birds. Every animal who's ended up here on my small hobby farm, I did not just go out and be like, I want this bird, or I want this sheep, or I want this dog. Every single animal that has ended up here has ended up in really and truly beautiful, unexpected, unusual ways. And this is what I've always shared with life, is that whenever anything unexpected or unusual occurs, happens in our life that captures our attentions, well, that's always heaven delivering us a message. Heaven's been delivering me a big message here lately about snakes. And I am a spiritual person, and I have no problem with the black snakes here. In fact, we have a very old lady snake, I believe old because she's very, very fat and very long and a little bit pale in color. And when she comes, she always makes sure she goes through my legs really slow. And I've seen her eat 3 eggs right in a row, right next to my hens who are laying eggs. So I have no problem with the black snakes. But I do now. I really have a problem. Our behind Barnway, this is coop number 5, our new coop that was built by a local gentleman who built also up front on Barnway, our coop number 4, Keith Burgess. And he does build coops. He builds all sorts of farm, enclosures for even goats and stuff outside. He's an amazing person, and I'm so grateful for Keith Burgess. So this coop, well, I got locked in it the other day. I'll tell you that, Keith Burgess, you need to come up with something so that the Good Shepherd doesn't get locked in here, because this is what happened. And I knew I was going to get locked in here, and I knew I needed to do something. I had to kick out the screen, and I still haven't been able to replace it. I've been kind of, just here kind of alone, just kind of going through everything, and the black snakes started coming and coming and coming. Yes, we have a lot of dogs. We have 5 dogs. I have an old Chihuahua inside, congestive heart failure. I have Starla. We have the 2 livestock guardian dogs who are asleep back here. And then I have an old Australian cattle dog too. Here's one, well, here's both of the livestock guardian dogs. The livestock guardian dogs are nocturnal by nature. Nocturnal. Like hermit crabs. Did you ever get hermit crabs at the beach as a kid? You were told that they're nocturnal. And that's why, like, all day as a child, you were like, these hermit crabs are boring. They're not doing anything. And then you go to sleep at night and you're like, what's that noise? Nocturnal. They come alive at night. And these guys right here, Juno and Chase, are totally different entities entirely once that sun sets. Sunset is actually a special time for me with the livestock guarding dogs because they do know that I am passing the torch to them to take over the rest of the evening. So they are taking their little last minute snooze. They've already had their dinner tonight. Juno and Chase are Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd dogs. They are 3 years old and they weigh approximately 165 pounds each. I've already put the sheep to bed, and then I'll come back to this coop number 5, but I'll just show you. The sheep are already in bed in their stall over here. I'm really not good about responding to anything as this is going on. I'm so sorry, because I'm not in any of this live videos. I'm not in this for anything other than to share the beauty of my life. And when you live your life as a good shepherd, it is a life of solitude, and it's a life I love having, and yet I love to be able to have such an outlet as social media to share the joys that I have. While I share my joys every day on my videos, it's also nice to have such live videos to see beyond, the dancing. Well, here is where I dance with my sheep right here. I prop my camera up there and I just dance here with their cane. They're in bed for the night. I put them up by 6 p.m. I'm very intimately connected with every single one of my birds. I have 44 birds, and 11 of those birds are roosters. So we'll see how everybody else is doing. I'll start to go quick here. This is coop number 5, where my 4 miniature bantam hens are. Amanda, Amelia, and Anna and Maria. And the issue has been the black snakes. One night I had Chrissy, my frizzle, in here, and I was on the phone with my friend who was calling to check on her hen who's with me under my care, April, who had been swallowed by a black snake and nearly died. So for me, 3 nights later, to be on the phone with her mom, April, and come out here, and I came in and Chrissy there was a black snake and it was just right around her neck. It was just right around her neck. And Chrissy was just looking at me like, I was like, what are you, Chrissy, what are you doing? You're just giving up on life? Why would you give up on life? Anyway, I was grateful that I came out here, and those are moments that I always refer to as God-sent moments, because otherwise I wouldn't have come out here and checked on that coop at all unless I got that phone call. So Chrissy remains alive. Yay! I've been bringing in the 4 baby bantam girls at night. They're super easy, and they're super they lived inside the first 12 weeks of their life anyway, and they're just 12 weeks. So I bring them in, and they sleep at night. I put a little wooden horse inside the barn dominium, and they just all perch up on it and go to sleep. Everybody's quiet back there. This is behind Barnway. I'm leaving. Behind Barnway is where I live my whole days. Here's one of my first really big purchases, actually. The Tractor Supply rooster. I love it. We are getting close to sunset. This is the west side. I never even knew. We hear in life a lot, the sun sets on the, I don't even know it. The sun rises on the east and sets on the west. I could never remember it. Well, now I know. This is the west side, and I know that because there is Beaver Hill Cemetery also back there, where I've buried all of my little farm friends. I don't know where everybody is. Look at this. They're all so quiet. Here's coop number 4, also built by Keith Burgess. Nobody's in here for now, and there's only 3 little babies that stay in there. I know nobody's in these coops up here. My husband built these coops. My husband built a lot of this. This is my husband's childhood home that we moved into. And so my father-in-law, who passed away, he built this. This was his domain. This was his farm. He didn't have animals. He had cows at one point. He had pigs and things like that. But he built this whole building. And there's so many stories that go along with everything. And I'm so grateful to have the stories that my husband has shared with me of his growing up years with his father, because things make sense to me more. As you know, I do spend my life outside with my flock. I'm blessed and grateful to be a good shepherd that has the life afforded by my husband to literally spend time with creatures of life from heaven who continue to not only teach me more about life, they continue to teach me about everything of life. I'm getting a little carried away. I'm not used to doing live videos. My husband built this standing desk for me because he knows that I never sit. I'm busy as a bee. I'm always on my feet, always fast-paced. This is my Fitbit that I wear around my neck. I've been wearing it for about 20 years now. It's actually amazing to go back and see my Fitbit results over all these years. My weight from here to everything. At one point, I was getting 45,000 steps a day back in Florida. 45,000 steps a day. I was in challenges with women from Australia. This was before my farm days. And I was like killing these people from Australia. And then everybody's like, man, nobody in the USA beats Australia in Fitbit. Well, I did. I had a pool. And I learned you can get a lot more steps in the pool. There's still steps, absolutely. I'm sorry, I got a little emotional there and I have a runny nose. The Ferguson Massey tractor, this is the ultimate, piece of this property that has the most meaning to me. I'm gonna go ahead and come on in, redirect all of this. I'm really big into redirecting. Again, I don't look down at comments. I do apologize because I know that on live videos we're supposed to connect, and I really, like my therapist says, she says, Natalie, you're the first one that came to me, and now my years of studying finally make sense that you're one of the ones I heard about. And I'm like, whoa, what do you mean? Well, you're one of the ones who doesn't exactly need therapy. You just need a release. You need to share. So here's part of my coop up here. This is Chewy, one of the roosters. Sweetie and Spunky. Sweetie and Spunky were our first silky roosters, and they've been rather outcast and yet allowed to remain on the outskirts so long as they don't mess with the ladies, and they take on their own roles of being alerters to dangers, including at times Sweetie thinks I'm a danger. It's not that he thinks I'm a danger, he's just mad. Sweetie, don't even come up behind me like that. That's silliness. I'm not even afraid of you. It's amazing how animals do communicate, and in particular, I never thought I'd have birds. So having 40 some birds now at this point is like, what? Everybody's like, Natalie, where's your horses? I'm like, I know, I can't believe I don't have a horse. I'd really like a retired dairy cow. I heard they're really nice, and I'd like to give her a good home, a dairy cow. These birds are so special to me. These birds, they continue to teach me about the flock mentality, the pecking order, survival of the fittest, and, we hear about roosters and cockfighting, and roosters are assholes, and all of these different things, portraying such life. And everybody says, you have too many roosters, you don't have enough hens. I say, well, Robbie, says who? You? Because, who's living here with me? You can see right now as I'm walking around, everybody's in peace, but I'm about to get attacked, and I will guarantee it as I walk by the Godfather, Green Legs. This is the Godfather. I find it beautiful. If he's gonna, I'm not even gonna squat, because that's just opening up my door to this guy. He's gonna kill me. This is a beautiful way of what I learn, to explain what I learned from my birds. Green Legs is the godfather of this whole flock here, of everybody. And he's had it out for me from the moment he was born, and I saw that eye at his spurs. His spurs are so crooked. He's going to come after me here. That's why I wear jeans all the time, pretty much. What's beautiful is that his 3 ladies all died. His first 3 ladies, who weren't even his first ladies, they all died at the same time, back to back, within 2-3 months' time. And during that time, as each of those 3 ladies was dying, I witnessed the ladies who passed away, the hens, Olivia, Penny, and Flo, begin to assign this young lady here, Seagull, to be his newest madam. Every rooster, I call it a madam. I don't know if that's really a legit term, but that's what I call his madam. So he's taken on her, and yet she really was born with these 2 roosters here, Beaker and Frito, my frizzle silkies. And so it's beautiful that Green Legs, well, he wants me dead, but he allows these 2 guys to just hang out so long as he has the rights to her all day. And then she sleeps with them at night. Different coops. They make their own coops up, you know? That's how it goes. They take themselves to bed and everything. I don't even know if I'm still alive. I already said I never... He's going to come after me again. I don't think anybody's up front. I'm going to go ahead and come on in. We can see who's in here. Because I do live 2 lives. I don't have multiple personalities. I have multiple modes. And I love this red Dutch door, so that when I come in at times like this, I can still hear everybody out there and come and check on everybody in here. Here's Manfred. And then I have Jackie, my first ever broody hatched hen, who's also now a new mother to Katy Perry. Hi, girls. Katie, do you want to say hi? Katie's not exactly friendly yet. Friendly. She's just scared. Oh. Katy Perry. Hi. She goes, I just want my mom. Good girl. And then over here, I have Edwina, my scissor beak. She was born, I don't know. You know, it's hard to keep up with all their ages, which is why I have a farm ledger. But this is Sylvia in here with her, the surrogate mom, to Edwina. Edwina, can we just say hi to Edwina really quick? Edwina. Edwina sings. Do you hear her singing? Hold on. Edwina. Edwina. Are you here? Edwina. Can I say hello? Where is Edwina? Where's Edwina? Look, she goes, do you see how, she's like right under her. Do you see that? Edwina, Edwina. 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 What are you doing, huh? She goes, well, you just totally messed that up. I was totally sleeping under my mom Sylvia's wing. So Sylvia is the surrogate mother. They're both silkies, and Edwina's pretty much full grown. Pretty much full grown. I can't even believe it. After I just got miniature hens, and then Edwina comes. Well, she's a true miniature hen. Starla's always going to be with me like this. And then I have, right now, April, who when I am outside like this, I keep April in here. This is my friend's hen who she brought to me 10 days ago, who was swallowed by a snake. And I'm going to bring her out because I love her. And she needs to come out. It's not just to share her. It's that every time I come in, which is multiple times a day, I need to keep bringing her out. She was swallowed by a snake. Oh, she just had a big poop in there too. Hold on 1 second. Okay, good girl. And she's really moving now. She's really moving now, okay? I don't want to stop her. Hold on. I don't want to stop her. Wow, I can't believe she's doing this. She's literally utilizing her leg right now for the first time. And she didn't even fall. She didn't even fall. She's still there. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, April. So, day 10, she's definitely coming to life. This is really beautiful. I know I continue to share all these videos, like journey number 63 now of April. And this just fascinates me. Somebody just said, am I in chill mode? I'm not even seeing these messages. Hold on. But I saw that. Am I in chill mode? I'm never in chill mode. I mean, that's not true either. I do get into chill mode. I'm not a chill mode person. So April, day 10. The first 4 or 5 days, have you ever heard of the honeymoon phase? Like even with newborn babies, you know, the honeymoon. Oh, my baby's the best baby in the world. She sleeps through the night. And then, 3 days in or so, 7 days in, that newborn human baby starts to cry and you're like, oh God. Well, it's different with such life. Oh no, Chip just flew in. Chip the chick. Oh no. Well, oh no, because Chip used to live with me also from the time she was a newborn chick. I'll show you Chip in a second. She just flew in the red Dutch door, and she's the only one who really flies in the red Dutch door. Whenever she needs some love, because Chip is now a big girl outside for a year, but she lived with me the first year. So she remembers the love that she had in here, and that's why she always likes to fly in when she's up this way. April, we've had a big day. We're doing a lot of different physical therapies with her. I've been placing her in this baby bassinet, which is safe for her, to kind of move around and start moving her wings. I really need to wash my hands, actually. That was like, I have poop on my hands. And I know everybody laughs because I don't wear gloves. But when I go into hen's vents, poop is one thing. Going into a vent is a whole other thing. I love being able to put April now into this little bassinet. Like, I'll be right back. Here comes Chip, and Chip is going straight for the chicken feed. The cat food. Chip. Chip, chip, chip. Chip, chip, chip. This is our barn dominium in here. It's probably about time for me to take a shot of my Fireball, so I think I will, because Jackie is now also getting started up here. I mean, it's 7:30 p.m. and I'm not a big drinker. I used to be, and yet this Fireball sure does hit the spot for me. After a long day on the hobby farm, making no money, trying not to spend a lot of money, and trying to always utilize, what is here and what we have. I do have esophagus issues, and this is what has always been funny with all of my doctors, that Fireball really tastes, it feels good. April, here's April just kicked back, chilling. So basically, this is my life, and I really think I probably need to end this, because sometimes I get to a point where even I bore myself. And I remember all growing up, my mother used to say to me, Natalie, I think you're boring yourself. And I'd go, oh, I think I am. But actually, I've redefined all of my life. And so it's not to say that such words are wrong that people have said to me in my past. It's to say that in redefining my life, when I say to myself, now I think I'm boring myself, really what that means is, Natalie, there's more work to be done. So, I haven't read any of these comments. I'm truly, truly blessed to have this life. And here comes Beaker. Hold on. Beaker at sunset. Beaker's been trying to mate with me too, but he knows he can't. Andy's the only one I let mate with me. And then Starla's always right here. Look. Beaker, come here, Beaker. Beaker's so sweet. Starla, you're everything. You're the world. Starla, you're everything. Okay, you're everything. But I I really want to see Beaker. Hold on. Come here, Beaker. She's going to get jealous now. Beaker. 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 Do I need to give you another eye trim? Look at her. She's biting my armpit. She's attacking me. The Chihuahua's attacking me. Beaker. I love you, Beaker. Run for your life. Run. You stop it. Silly. Silly girl. That's just nonsense. Now I'm sitting down. Now I got to get up, Beaker. This is such a special place. Look down here. I just have to show this too. Back when I'm 53 years old now. And back, I think, on my 18th birthday, I come from a family of 5 children. I'm the middle of 5 children. I'm the middle, and I'm the shortest. And definitely the craziest. And for my 18th birthday, I couldn't believe that my brothers and sisters broke the law. They definitely broke the law. And they did something very, very wrong. And yet so very, very right. And presenting me on my 18th birthday, I think it was my 18th birthday, with this horse crossing sign. They stole a road sign. I never called the police on them, did I? And then we have Sasquatch. Sasquatch lives up here on Beaver Hill. Sasquatch. No joke, one day I was driving by here in the country, and I was on country roads, and I looked and I knew it was fake, a wooden, silhouette very big of Sasquatch. And I was like, whoa, that was so cool. Whatever I felt during that moment had me feel enough that when I came home, I went onto Amazon.com and searched for Sasquatch silhouette. And lo and behold, I found a 7.5-foot tall Sasquatch silhouette. Metal delivered the golf cart. The battery was dead. And so I drug that tall box. It was like flat box, nothing to grab a hold of. And I just pulled it behind me all the way down. I had to open the box up out back, and then I carried piece by piece up to Beaver Hill. And then I really did need help. He needed a support. Sasquatch needed a support. But the whole reason I got Sasquatch was because, well, who doesn't love Sasquatch? And we do live off of a highway. And this is an open field here. And I know what it looks like when I'm driving by. And I wanted to create something for all of the travelers who go by on this very busy highway. We're in central North Carolina. This highway goes to, the rest of the universe here in the United States of America, Highway 64. And I wanted to create something for passerbys to have them do a double take with a smile, a knowing. We know that wasn't Sasquatch, but... And then that further creates such thoughts for such life. These are the reasons I do most of everything I do, is for life beyond me. I want to share what I feel with life in such ways. The clouds, the sunset, catching the sun every morning and at night. Sprinkle, sprinkle, look who's following me. Come here, Beaker, I know. She just won't leave us alone. She won't let us have any time together. Okay. Yeah, he goes, I really need you. I know you do. He's never mated with me. Mated. Andy doesn't mate with me. That's like, what is that? No, Andy just utilizes my hand as a means of release. Roosters are known to have the highest level of testosterone of all creatures, great and small in this world. It is not a matter of sexual nature for roosters, although it definitely has to do with, liking. Chase. Look at Starla, though. Look at Starla. She's like, I'm just going to tell you everything. And she's on my back now. Are you kidding me? This girl. These animals. I love them all. I love them all. I don't even know how long this live video is. And I keep saying I'm going to stop it now, but you hear them all now? Oh, I left the Dutch door open, and I bet Chip's still in there. Chip needs to come out. Hold on. But look at this sun. I'm going to catch it for all of you. I'm catching it. Look, I got it. I got it. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everybody. My animals love my voice. It's not about me, myself, or I. It's about animals love our voices. And I love sharing with life the reasons why they do. It is Chip in here. Look at Chip in here. She's causing a ruckus, and Jackie doesn't like it. Chip, Manfred, go on out. No, we're not. No. And these are the moments I go, okay, calm down. Not calm down, but just, yeah, calm down. Chip. Starla wants to be my help. Chip. Chip is so heavy. Chip. Hold on, because I'm having like a little flashback right now. Chip, she was born alone 2 years ago. She traveled with me, 1 day old, in my car, on my shoulder, in my lap, up to visit my parents. And she became my first chip on my shoulder in reality. And that was during a time of my life where I was really getting into the metaphors and cliches of life. So, Chip and I do have a very special relationship. You're such a big girl. You're gargantuous. You're huge. You're massive. Chip. I remember my first photos with her when she was like this big on my shoulder. She came to my nail appointments with me. She came to Goodwill with me. She even came into Walmart a couple times with me in a little basket. Nobody even knew she was there with me. But right now we're going to bring Chip out. We're going to go under London bridges. London bridges. Yay, Chip. All right, we're going to come back out, okay? And then I'm going to end this live video so I can, like I'm doing anybody a favor by ending this live video. I love sharing it all. Ready? Come on, Chip. And everybody always gives her a whoa. All right. There you have it. Look at this. Think I need to take a shower tonight too? You know? Living a life of solitude is beautiful for me because I believe that's what I was always meant to live. And yet we're all meant to be surrounded by life as well. And yet in life, we also hear, you should raise your children till they're 18. Like, who came up with those rules? Who came up with the rules that you had to be like 21 to drink alcohol and stuff like that? Come on. So at the same time, I feel like, well, in the universal ways, I've fulfilled all of those roles of my life. And when this life all began to happen for me 4.5 years ago, I ultimately did lose pretty much, my whole family when I met Jesus. and I was never one to, prophesize or walk on the streets with a cross, In fact, it's always been the most intimate, sacred moment for me that I've really not had words to be able to share with life. And so it's been, well, what life would call an oxymoron. And many other things that I got catapulted into another realm of life that I'd already been living in, and everything was fine. And then everybody else was where they were and got catapulted into their own realms. And it did all begin 4.5 years ago with the death of a loved one, a family member. And a hard journey, life. And yet I remain so grateful for all of this peace and joy and all of the love that, I continue to see. Everything my husband did do for me here. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Anybody who knows me knows that my tears are usually, almost always, 9.5 out of 10 times, 9.9 out of 10 times, my tears are always of joy. I am filled with emotion that most of my life was considered, mentally ill. And it's been a beautiful life to have been freed from all of that. 4.5 years. I lost it all, but I gained my soul. Thank you for everybody who joined in today, and thank you for loving my flock and embracing what I share of all the beauty of life. And now, I don't even know how to end these, I never know where to go to end. Thank you. Look, I don't even know.